Daniels. I'm the founder and the executive director of the Center for the Study of Political Graphics, an organization that collects human rights and protest posters from all over the world. We now have over 80,000 from literally half from the United States and half from most other countries, every continent but Antarctica. And we use them for exhibitions. We travel theme exhibitions that go all over the United States, all over the world. We also use them for researchers, artists, students, activists come from also all over the world. I'm saying that a lot, but it's an interesting truth that we are the only activist archive in the world. And there are only two other political poster archives that are larger than us, and they've been around for many, many more years and get government funding. And we're pretty much relying on private institutions, private individuals, and just local government funding. So we have it's a lot harder for us to collect and to preserve and to distribute and to disseminate the amazing resource that we have here. I started this, my background is as an art historian and a political activist. Since high school I was involved with the civil rights movement and the Vietnam War protests, but I wasn't interested in posters. It sounds kind of strange to saying that now as I'm drowning in them, but I was not interested in the political poster until I went to Nicaragua in 1981, my first trip. I'd been doing Nicaragua solidarity work for a year and had an opportunity to go down there. I was actually hired as a research assistant to collect posters from David Kunzel, a professor at UCLA, who was an avid poster collector. While I was there collecting posters, I received a poster from the women's movement they were planning a big demonstration. They gave me a lot of posters, and I knew what to do with a few, but I didn't know what to do with a lot. So I started giving them out. And I gave one of the posters to the family we were staying with, who happened to have one of her neighbors over who was very against the revolution. But they weren't against getting free health care, which is why they came over their house to get some free medical care. And I was alone in the room with an 8-year-old boy who had probably only heard negative things about this family, and here he was in their living room for the first time. He's looking around the room, trying, how do these people live different from the rest of us? And I see him immediately walk over to the poster. It was big, it was green, and had a woman holding a big basket of red coffee beans. And the slogan in Spanish, it said, "In constructing the new country, we are becoming the new woman." And I watched this young boy mouthing the words to the poster, trying to figure out what it meant. And that was the moment of my epiphany. That was the moment I understood that's how posters work. They attract your attention when you're going about your daily life. You're not going to a museum to see a poster. You're just going shopping, you're visiting your friend, you're visiting a stranger, and there you see a poster. And the poster attracts you by the brightness of the color, the boldness of the design, the strength of the slogan. And it makes you think. It makes you ask a question. And the fact of asking a question changes you. So that child did not become a feminist in that moment. He did not become a supporter of the Sandinista revolution in that moment. I don't know if he ever did. But what he did do, he started asking a question. What does that mean? Why do women have to become new women? What does that mean? What does that mean? And that's the power of the poster. It makes you ask a question. And whenever you ask a question, you're not the same person that you were before you asked that question. And at that moment, I became obsessed with collecting posters.